Hey fam, Chichi here. Welcome back. A few of you reached out to me, meaning 2 people, and asked if I can give you my perspective on the brand new KAYALI Vanilla Royale perfume. And even though I wasn't in a rush to review this, I said, sure, why not? So if you're new here, hey, I'm Chichi and I talk about all things lavish but logical. So if that's your sort of thing, go ahead, subscribe, make some friends in the comment section, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I was not excited to try this because on the Facebook groups, this wasn't looking too good. But on YouTube, everyone is singing its praises. AI the Great was saying it put her in a initial side effect vibe. And then Ikea Alexis said, this opened up like Grand Soir and Niche Smells on Instagram. He said it gave him Billie Eilish vanilla vibes. All 3 of those perfumes, I don't like at all. So I'm like, the odds are stacked against me. So I don't know how this all gonna work. But this is the bottle. Gold. It has the notes on the back. Not a fan of the notes being on the back because it gives touch the bottle vibes, but that's just my own little get up about it. But let's get into the scent now. This is not a first impression. I've worn this for multiple days. And if you think for 1 second that this is an intense version of Vanilla 28, it is not. You are sadly mistaken. The only thing I feel like this has in common with the original is that burnt brown sugar. That's about it. This is its own little entity, darling, because I was just like, no. If you didn't like patchouli and oud to begin with, I don't think you're gonna like this at all. You're gonna do exactly what I did. Spray it 1 time, put it up to your nose, and you'll be like, what the is this? Like, no. But let me tell you guys what happened on my skin. Imagine this is a whole party, right? Ding dong, rum. She shows up to the door and she is drunk. And I'm like, oh girl, you must have gotten to the liquor cabinet early. And she's like, girl, I'm just here to have a good time. I'm like, well, okay, all right. You can have a good time, sure. And she slowly says, hey girl, you know, I have vanilla with me. And I also have patchouli with me. And I'm like, oh, vanilla's cool, but patchouli, she don't know how to act with me. So mind your peoples. And she's like, girl, she gonna be cool. Vanilla, she stays outside. She on a phone call doing whatever she doing. So patchouli bust up in here like, hey girl, what's good? Being extra loud. And I'm like, sis, you need to calm down, bring it down a few notches. And she like, damn, like, why you killing my vibe? And I'm like, girl, you're doing too much. So here comes creme brulee, and creme brulee, she already lit too. And she's like, guys, we're all cool. We're just here trying to have a good time. Now, the problem with creme brulee, she is all brulee, no creme, okay? She is just that burnt sugar top. And I'm just like, girl, like, go check your mans. Patchouli is just being real loud. No sooner I'm thinking it's gonna be cool, here come this Lego built hoe oud. And I was like, I know you ain't in this party. And she's like, I'm here, girl. What you gonna do? So now patchouli and oud are in the corner, like being extra loud, like, you thought I was feeling you, you were not. They're doing the absolute most. And then all of a sudden I'm just like, hold up, I know that's not leather. And leather is just like, okay. And I'm like, what is going on here? So this goes on for hours and hours. And by the time it kind of settles down, here comes vanilla like, hey guys, what did I miss? Girl. So that's what happened on my skin. But what happened and what I smell, a little variation to the story. So yes, it does open up with that big blast of rum. It smells like I just opened up a bottle of rum. Like, oh, we drinking liquor. And then with that patchouli, I'm just not a fan of how it smells on the skin. So everyone's saying, oh, this is opulent. This is giving bougie, rich auntie vibes. And I'm just sitting here like, a rich auntie? Maybe from the 80s, because she is not a woman of today's time. She is, you know, a rich auntie who's about to go to Bible study at church on a Saturday night. Like, that's what I was getting from this. Like, where's she going? And the only reason why they consider her the rich auntie is because, you know, she can give you $10 and you can go to the corner store and buy you a quart of water, some chips, and some candy, and you still come out of there with like $9. And it smells like that for hours. I wore this around a lover and he's like, what you got on? And I'm like, well, I'm testing out a new perfume, but since you brought it up, what you think about it? So he's like, you know, I smell chocolate. You know, I'm like, fam, chocolate ain't even in this. Like, you must be smelling something else. So I break down all the notes for him and I'm like, which one out of those do you think you smell? And he's like, probably, you know, that vanilla. But he said, and this is intense though. Funny enough, surprise, it's an intense perfume. So I was like, listen, I'm just here to test it for the people, okay? I'm just trying to get my thoughts together. I could just tell, like, he was really like calculating in his mind, like, do I even like this? Because he never smelled my skin. He only smells it in the air. Say less, you ain't even gotta explain yourself. Like, I already know just based on how you said what you got on that you wasn't vibing with this. Because ladies, you know it's a difference between what you got on versus what you got on. Huge difference. He wasn't giving me that energy. And then it's funny because with men, you know, they like the sweet scent. So the fact that this is supposed to be like a vanilla Royale, he's not responding like this. So I can't wear this on no date. So I already know that I'm not going to be folded like a pretzel wearing this. And isn't that the point when you wear a vanilla perfume around a man that you want to get folded like a pretzel? I do have the sampler pack that they came out with last year. I might do some, you know, layering combinations on Instagram. Go follow me there. But I do feel like this stands alone. Like, this don't smell like Vanilla 28 at all. Like, they're just neighbors. The wording of this got me a little suspect. Like, I just, yeah, this isn't a scent I would vibe with. My thoughts aside, I do feel like this is niche quality perfume. Like, this is very well blended juice, like good quality juice. Now, I know I haven't been in the niche game like for super long, but I have smelled enough to know that this was done very, very well. So on that front, all right, KAYALI, I see you. But it's something about it sitting on my skin that I just don't like how it smells. But sometimes when I wear it, and I've worn this for multiple days, I'll catch like little whiffs of it and I'm like, I could kind of like it. So I'm just very much so in the middle of this. And I ended up getting this 50 ml bottle because they said this was limited edition. And I said, if there was a slight chance that I actually like this perfume, I didn't want to get the travel size and then have to return that, then get this one. I didn't want to go through all that. No, ma'am. So I was like, let me just get this. And if I don't like it, I could just return this to Sephora. Shout out to your return policy. Initially with Vanilla 28, I didn't come out the gate like loving that perfume. I've only just recently been like, oh, I need to add a bottle to my collection, because when I smelt it recently, it was very much so that dark purple juice. It macerated. So even the sample in the set, I circled the block on it and I was like, okay, that's why the girlies really love you. So now I'm wondering if I just tuck this away and bring it back out next fall and give it a chance to macerate a little bit more, will that vanilla get a little bit more bold, you know, just really come into her own? But I'm also nervous because I don't want the patchouli and oud to sit there and get superpowers and still overtake the vanilla that's in here. So I'm just like really torn about, all right, do I return it or do I let it chill for a little bit? Me and patchouli, you know, sometimes we can kick it, sometimes I'm kicking her out. But oud, she's not super plasticky the way sweet diamond pink pepper is to my nose, because that gives me all the Cabbage Patch doll face, okay? This, I smell that plastic, but some of the other notes keep trying to like, you know, show up and show out. So like, I really came on here prepared to be like, yo, this is trash, man. This is trash. But the more I wear it, the more I just like it in the air and not necessarily on my skin. Because even right now, I'm getting that freaking plastic doll face Cabbage Patch. And I don't like it, but I don't smell it in the air. This is hard because we all went into it like, okay, this is just gonna be an intense version of Vanilla 28. So we were just thinking a little bit more, and it's not. Yeah, whew, God, that smell like, oh, that liquor. And that's why I don't enjoy like smelling this from the cap, because all I get is the rum. And then on my skin, all I get is oud and patchouli. But in the air, I get the brown sugar and a little touch of vanilla. I don't feel like this is very gourmand. I wish she would come out with a gourmand that didn't have patchouli or oud in it. Like, give me some tonka bean, give me hazelnut, some praline up in here, give me some oak moss, some sandalwood, you know what I mean? Some ambroxan, you know, jazz it up like Xanarans. Like, I think that's what a lot of people were expecting. We wanted that like intense vanilla, and this isn't doing it for me at all. Because I'm still on the fence, I'm gonna play with this a little bit longer to see how I vibe with it over the next couple of days. I might just have to find a layering combination that will really blow my skirt up and make me be like, wow, I really vibe with this. But if you are a niche perfume lover and you vibe with patchouli and oud and like a little sprinkle of sweetness in your perfumes, I think this will be an excellent buy. But if you're someone who's new to niche and you don't like patchouli or oud, child, don't even get this. But if you're curious about, you know, what this smell like, definitely get the travel size so you can kind of use this to top off Vanilla 28 to give it a little extra seasoning and to see how you may vibe with it before going to a bigger bottle. I definitely want to hear your thoughts down in the comment section. Check out some of my other videos, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.